Then let's get started. So I want to dish major praise to the whole PFP collection team, Santi being the lead, but also Almond and Tropical Mango and everybody for rolling with the punches and understanding the roadmaps and being so cool about it. That's just really nice because we do want the PFP collection. Oh, anyway, I'm supposed to be timing too. Um, so I'll keep going. I want to praise Yas for all the hard work she's doing in the fundraising team, and I want to praise Jake, Tropical Mango, and Mitch, and Kotabe, and everyone else who's coming in to support it as well. And I'll pass it to Lauren.
Yeah, I want to praise Mary Jaff for just a great one-on-one meeting. She's so cool and smart. Plus, she just did so much work to understand. Whoa, what's happening? Okay. She did so much work to understand the logic behind givebacks, GiveStream, GiveFarm APRs, and she's a super thorough and just amazing QA tester. I also want to praise Kurt for diving deep down the rabbit hole of cult and finding many nuances that affect the calculation of what the rewards we should distribute for the new cult regen farm should be. It's an extremely complex problem with so many different things you need to look at. So he's doing an amazing job. And yeah, and what else do I want to praise? I wanted to praise Mitch for setting up all the multi-sig transactions to pay out the rewards to farmers who are farming before the exploit. Mitch does so many amazing things for Giveth governance and for managing these multi-sigs, and we're so lucky to have him. I will pass it to Ahmed.
Thank you, Lauren. I want to praise Nicola, Ashley, and Ahmad for doing an amazing job organizing and creating our verification workshop yesterday. That was a huge success, so I want to give a big praise to them. I want to praise Tropical Mango for always being aware of the emails that we need to send and to help put that together. And I want to praise Lauren and Ahmad for always giving feedback in Giveth text to keep improving our comms. So big praise for you. And I want to pass it to Mitch. Are you ready, Mitch?
Sure. I was trying to find the call. The voice channel's moved again. Here we go. Okay. Yeah, I want to praise Ramin for this really awesome out of the blue work he's done on this Giveth analytics dashboard. I want to praise Almond, Lauren, Griff, and Santi, and probably some others. I think Kotabi was in there, but in the call yesterday where we kind of resolved the Giveth PFP collection crisis, whatever. So I'm really glad that we handled that well. And my last praise, I want to praise Lauren just for managing so many different things like the Give economy development and then this rabbit holes upon rabbit holes of Give power. And that's it. I'll pass it on to Santi.
Thank you, Mitch. GM everyone. I want to give praise to Trera for adding me on the any recirculating group. I also want to give praise to Lauren for an amazing body call yesterday. And I want to give praise to everyone who added feedback on the forum post and yesterday on the meeting about the PFP collection. And I'll pass it to Nick Balls.
Thank you, Santigs. I'd like to praise Heather for facilitating the WorkDAO town hall that last Tuesday. Praise to Nicola for helping our teams and contributors to stay aligned with their tasks. Praise to Monique for helping us with ZenHub. And last praise to Lauren for being just a rock star in what she does and for having her recent buddy call. I am passing it to Tosin.
Hi. So I want to praise Santi for feedbacks on the PFP initial sketches. I want to praise Monique for being a good PM and just overseeing a lot of design tasks. I want to praise Mo. Welcome back and thanks for having the sync call with me. And back to Griff. Oh, sorry, I'm passing to Tropical Mango.
Hey guys. So I want to praise Ahmed for answering my questions with autopilot. Praise Lauren and Suga and Corey for reviewing my first blog post that I wrote for Giveth. And also praise Santi and Alman for the last few weeks that we were working together on the PFP project. And I will pass it to Jake.
Thanks, Mango. I want to start with praising Yaz. Looking into my Giveth crystal ball, she's going to be the one that secures us a VC and some grants. So she's really doing a great job. And that brings me also to the rest of the fundraising team: Griff, Lauren, Mitch, Yaz again, Mango, Kotabe, Zepti. Thanks for all you're doing so far. And lastly, Claire. Claire has become the first active participant in using our CRM HubSpot. I really appreciate that. Going to pass it to Franco.
Thank you, Jake. I want to praise, first of all, I want to praise all of the quantifiers in the rewards team that quantified this week, our first period. I want to praise Ahmad, Ashley, Nico, and Alman for the amazing verification and the project owner 101 course. It was amazing. It was a success. And I want to praise Lauren and Corey for hosting the Twitter workshop as well. It was amazing. And I'll pass it to Mateo.
Thank you, Franco. Hey guys, GM. Hope you had an excellent week. From my side, I want to praise the whole development team. I know things are not doing well in Iran, and yeah, everybody working there is just a hero for doing it under stress. I want to praise you, Franco, for handling the praise reward team. We are doing an amazing job. And I want to praise also Heather for bringing the WorkDAO discussion. They look really interesting. I'm gonna do more praise under the chat, but that's it. I'll pass it to Ashley.
Thanks, Mateo. Happy Thursday, everybody. I want to praise, I guess it's just echoing, but I want to praise everybody who participated in the workshop yesterday, including comms and everybody who spread the word, because we had such a great turnout and it was really fun. I want to praise the people this week. I've had some really cool little hack sessions or work sessions with people, Lauren and Nicola and Alman, where we just hang out and work together, and that's been really fun. And I want to praise Carlos for always helping me with back end issues and being on the spot to jump in, especially even at night, and help me solve issues there. And I will pass it over to Corey.
Hey, thanks. I would like to praise Nicola for providing immediate feedback at the end of our Giveth Essentials session. That was really, really nice to hear some feedback right away. Thanks for stepping up and sharing that with us. I also want to praise Tropical Mangoes for reprioritizing so well this week and picking up new issues. And I want to praise Monique for an awesome, productive sync this week. I will go ahead and pass it to Mitch. Have you gone yet?
He did, but Chase hasn't gone. Chase, you want to take it? You have any praise to dish?
Yeah, for sure. I'm new here, so I don't really have all the context to give out praise like that, but I came here from one of Griff's talk on YouTube, and it was really cool. I think you talked about, let me try and use my recall abilities. You talked about Giveth in context, how, we are changing up the donation game through different ways, like Gitcoin's quadratic funding and things like that, and then how Giveth is trying to create economic games to make giving actually incentivized. And you all talked about token bounded something. I forgot what it was called, and then how GERVs are the end game.
GERVs!
And all that kind of got my nerd brain going, so here I am.
Nice, man. Well, welcome to the community call. We will have a lot to talk about, so let's just dive in. Thanks, Chase, for diving in. Welcome to the 137th community call of Giveth. We tend to start out with praise, the top 3 praises of the week, and but just know that this is like gratitude actually counts for tokens over in the Giveth Discord. So make sure to put, but only if you type it down. So \praise, and if you haven't activated already, \activate to start praising for real in the Discord 24/7. Big announcements. Not too many crazy announcements. We have the Trusted Seed Unconference that starts on the 15th, early in the morning for at least Costa Rica. And we're sponsoring it. So don't be afraid to drop into the Trusted Seed Unconference sometime on I think that's Tuesday. And then we also have a Twitter space hosted by me and Suga on Wednesday, November 16th, the day after the unconference. So definitely come check those out. And as always, if you're a Give token holder, you can nominate projects and vote on them, and like which projects should we outreach to and bring onto the platform. Also, we have the Giveth.io roadmap. So if you have any specific roadmap projects that you want to see on Giveth, definitely go in there and vote. Let's just jump into the working groups section and the community circle. You want to take it away, Corey, for communications?
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Griff. Yeah, so we got there you go. Thank you. Right. First thing we've got is some awesome news this week is that Giveth's Project Owners 101 course finally went live. This was after a few months of effort across the comms team, so we're really excited. We posted an announcement on Twitter with a link also to a great Medium post written by Suga and outlining like some of the benefits of the course. So please share this with your network. This course is a really great way for new projects to onboard to Giveth. So yeah, if you're networked across different projects or in the nonprofit space, like this is a really, really awesome piece to share. And great job, Suga, on this article. Also, did you catch this week's verification workshop? The recording is on YouTube. We introduced the course in this workshop, and we walked projects through our updated verification flow. So as Ashley mentioned, we had a really good turnout yesterday. And thanks, Almond, for organizing and for promoting that. And Givebacks round 22 went out with a super cool, spooky POAP this time. So go claim your give. And also stay tuned for more special POAPs coming in the future. Yeah, just a quick blurb also, we're now listed on DeepDAO. Just FYI, we retweeted their post on this. It's an information hub of DAOs with DAO listings and other interesting details. So if you haven't heard of them, go check it out. Giveth is officially on there now. And then finally, Lauren, myself, and Steve, we hosted a successful second Giveth Essentials session about Twitter best practices, where we covered tips and tricks for using Twitter, plus how to best support Giveth on Twitter. So the recording is now also live on YouTube, so in case you weren't able to join, you can catch up there. And there's also some links to Notion to read through the materials there. And then coming soon, the communications team is actually working on some monthly stats that we'd like to communicate on regularly, sharing different things going on, maybe on the DApp or within the DAO. And we're also working on a blog post around the Giveth roadmap based on the biggest opportunities in Web3 talks. And we're also still working, of course, on Give Power boosting, documentation updates, and we've got the upcoming, as a reminder, the Giveth Galaxy Twitter space on November 16th. So that's it from the comp side. I'll pass this on to maybe Ashley, you're taking it for Communitas?
Yeah, thanks, Corey. I can take it. We have our weekly working group syncs on Tuesday at 9 a.m. Costa Rica time. There's a link to add that to your calendar. And we also have on Wednesdays an AMA call, an orientation call where, on Wednesdays at 10 a.m. Costa Rica time. And that call is for anybody who's interested in contributing to Giveth. If you're a project owner that has questions about your project, or a donor that wants to know more about how the Give economy works, you can come and ask questions. Sometimes we have different themes. Like yesterday, we had the verification workshop, and we plan to do some more in the future. So come see what it's all about and learn more about Giveth. And then also we have these Giveth Essential sessions, which are geared towards our active contributors. We have another one coming up on tokenomics on the 22nd. And so you can add future topics if you follow that link, and you can find the playlist of past sessions on YouTube by following the link there. And then we don't really have a whole lot of updates. We've been doing a lot of events lately, but we do have a few things that could use your ideas or feedback or advice on ideas for community spotlights during these calls, different Twitter spaces that we could do. And then there's 2 initiatives, one for creating donor personas and another one for improving project pages. And then coming up, we got some initiatives for Meet the Makers and GPS. Meet the Makers will be happening, I think, November 23rd. So keep your eyes out for events for that. And then last but not least, we have a Gravity team now. And so if you are feeling any tension or if there's conflicts or someone's really frustrating you on the team, fill this out and let's resolve some of these conflicts and see how we can grow together and move forward. And I think that's all I have for this week. So back to you, Griff.
Nice. So then let's sling it to the platforms. Let's start the platform circle cycle. This is the development working group, which I assume is Mateo this week.
Yeah, that is been me. Thank you, Griff. Hey guys, so the development group has always been updated. The latest release was on November 9th, so it was yesterday. Many bugs fixed, many improvements, but we have many stuff in the works. Many things are almost done, but when they are, the next release are going to be like super great because there are so many new features like the notification center. We still have to make some front-end integration fixes with the settings page, so it's more smooth. The default donations is already in an early version. You can start testing it out. We are fixing some feedback that we received already. And after that, we are going to be getting some percentage from the donations when we do. It's going to help give it a lot. Yeah, like Griff is showing there. You can pick 5%, 10%, whatever you want to give to us, and it's going in the same transaction. Super nice. 2 transactions in 1 button. We keep working also on the internationalization. The front end is ready, except for the Give economy. We have all of the application already ready for translation because it's going to be a collaboration effort. But when we do, the application is going to be in Spanish. We're also missing the backend translations, which means the emails, the pop-up notifications that come up sometimes in the app. And besides that, we are doing some improvements on the backend with the autopilot, the email handler. We are changing some stuff on the verification form. We are starting the exploration fiat integration, which we started with the on-ramper. The front end is already on the works, and we're working on the backend to bring fiat in the way that you buy directly to the project's crypto, and you can do that by credit card or debit card, wherever you are. The last part is the Give Power boosting. There are final tests happening at the moment, so yeah, it's coming. Yeah, like Griff is showing, it's super nice. For last, there is many things coming. The multi-level accounts is still discussed on the forum. The recurring donations, we are also having some prototypes. So as a reminder, a weekly reminder, we have a roadmap. You can take a look. You can check on the token log what we're giving priority. We are fixing the numbers there because you are getting like incredible amounts of voting power, which is wrong. So after we fix that, it's going to make more sense. But you can still vote. It's still the same idea. Thank you, Riff. I'll pass it back to you.
Oh, thanks. Well, I'll sling it over to Lauren for the Give Economy Working Group.
Yay. Cool. Okay. Yeah, we got a bunch of weekly syncs for the Give Economy working group. There's Give Economy Dev, Give Economy Research. There's a fundraising call, which I think now is on Mondays, or maybe it will move. But keep an eye on the Giveth calendar for all these exciting calls. GiveFi call might move to bi-weekly. Anyway, last week there were even more. It's hard to keep track. We got a lot going on. But let me just get right into the updates. Go to the next slide. Give Farm exploit fixes. So the snapshot for ending the Give Farms has passed, and so the Give Farms were paused because of the exploit, and we're just going to let them be paused and just kind of like fix the little blurb that's on there, link it to the forum post. We're also working on paying out the rewards. There's a transaction that was up in our multi-sig, a couple of transactions. If you're a signer in our multi-sig, make sure to keep an eye on those because we're going to be doing an allocate many basically to send the rewards to everybody who is farming pre-exploit. And this is for people who are farming in the Give pools. For the cult side of things, we're waiting on them because we need them to set up those transactions, plus set up the transactions to actually redeploy the cult ETH regen farm. So coordinating on that this week and like waiting on their replies. Hopefully we can get that up and running as soon as possible. In the world of Give Power boosting, as was already mentioned, we're hoping to launch very soon. There's a couple of like kind of interesting logic on how the ranking is calculated, testing going on. But once we're finished confirming that and testing all like the final little issues that are there, we just need one more iteration of full testing around the circle. I'm so grateful we have Mary Jaff who's doing an amazing job of QAing on that, and then we should be ready to launch. Expecting to launch end of November. This is me being aggressive, probably early December, but like end of November is sort of realistic, and so we're going to be starting to rally the comms around that soon as well. For the snapshot and token log, I just wanted to like FYI, in case there was some confusion around this, that your snapshot voting power might have been wrong before recently, but now should have been fixed. So snapshot is now accurately showing the correct give amount for your voting power. And we're working right now, Mateo and Mitch are working together with Vitor to get that working properly in token log updates coming hopefully next week. On the research side of things, the General Magic technical partnership proposal, I think was up in the NRGive and I think has passed, or yesterday it was almost passed. So this is a proposal to get more revenue into Giveth through a technical partnership with General Magic and support them with development work. Also, there's this proposal about Panvala stamps in the forum that's supposed to bring more revenue into Giveth. In the world of GiveFi, we're still trying to work with Gitcoin on integrating with their grants protocol and pieces of GiveFi. The GiveFi call is supposed to be after this one, but I think it's going to be moving to bi-weekly. Opt-in donations are already covered in the last section. PFP collection is taking a sort of pause where, so that we can focus on launching Give Power Boosting before adding layers onto Give Power Boosting on top of it. So there's some really cool pictures of the art in there. Santi's been doing a lot of work coordinating with the artists to get all of our needs met. So art is still moving forward, and the PFP collection is still going to move forward, but it's kind of taking a little bit of a pause in terms of our development and design resources. Mainnet liquidity, we're talking about setting up potentially a HODL vault with Ichi, so a forum post on that will be coming soon. Grants, optimism, we seem to have missed the cutoff for getting an optimism grant, and things are going to be changing for them in the next round, so perhaps we won't be able to get this one, but the radical grant discussion is still going strong, and like we're hoping to move that one forward. Polygon grant proposal has been drafted and not posted yet, but yeah, lots of work being done by the fundraising team to be applying for grants. And yeah, I think that's all I got. That's all I got for Give Economy working group. I'll pass it back, but I'll pass it to the design working group for their updates.
Hello guys, so we are rounding up on the multi-level user account. Once again, we are still trying to create a more seamless onboarding flow to ensure a good experience for our current users. And then we have additional updates on Give Power boosting and project ranking. We now have an account overview tab to actually show both your donations and the Give Power information. And we also added a Give Power tab for third-party observers to actually check the Give Power activities of other users when you click on their profile. And then Santia and I, we actually had a quick call on the minting pages for PFP collections. And this was actually before discussions on the forum, by the way. So, but then depending on the final decision on this, and right now, at least we're pausing that, but at least we have the draft pages and we have how the basic architecture will look like, pending when we'll actually resume work on that again. And then I'll also be working with Matteo and the dev team to actually, work on adding a language provider to the whole platform. We will discuss technical feasibility and try and get the best solution. And at least this will address the need to seamlessly switch to a preferred language on the DApp for users. So, and finally, we are always open to feedback. If you have time to share any of your feedbacks on the platform, if you notice anything not working as well as it should, if there's a design problem you think we could actually solve, just beep up or drop a message on the design working group or send a message to either Mo or me, and then we'll see how we'll get to that and address that. So that's all for the design working group. So I'll pass to Griff for the giving on cycle.
Nice, thanks, Tassin. Yeah, so Governance Circle, of course, has the governance working group in it. We meet on Monday at 10 a.m. Mitch does an amazing job at hosting that call. And I want to just make sure everyone knows the vacation. Take vacation. It's a great time. And these guys are engaging into some vacation right now. Monique is switching his work hours, not really vacation, but he's taking Thursdays off but he likes to hang out on Saturday. So if you want to join him on Saturday for a hack session, you should give him a heads up. Also, Amin is off. Partly he's moving to Turkey, so he's taking. He might be hard to reach until he gets there. So give him some space there. Carlos is off today and will also be off at the end of the month. Freshelle is taking the 18th off and will be halftime at the end of the month. And Lauren and I are also going to be kind of slow during the week of Thanksgiving in the States. And let's jump over to updates. So as always, buddy review calls. Everyone's doing a great job at keeping up with their buddy. Major praise to Nico and Heather and Freshelle for always keeping us on our toes and making sure we are all working with our buddies. There were a lot of great forum posts that are really worth checking out. Lauren made an amazing post about ending the give drop. Seems like there's solid consensus, but we'll probably put up a poll or something soon. But it's definitely worth checking this out. We sent out about 10/17 of the tokens that were in the give drop, and we're talking about ending it on December 24th. There's also PFPs, as many people mentioned. They're coming later. The WorkDAO proposal, there was a town hall last week, and there will be a formal partnership agreement coming out soon. So if you love paying taxes and want to make sure that you can do that, then we're going to make it easy with WorkDAO. So that'll be fun. We already talked. I think General Magic and the Giveth partnership is shaping up. So definitely check that out. We talked about ending the Give farms already. And that process is ongoing. Penvala partnership is really cool. Check out their stamps program. They want to make us a chapter as like their first big partner in this project. So that could be really huge. Definitely check out their forum posts and tell us what you think. And then we're running short on give tokens in our inner give DAO. So we're talking about having the give garden send some give tokens to it. Definitely check that one out too. And as always, we're hiring. I don't know, Heather, I see you here. I don't know if you have anything to say about the hiring, but if there's any specific projects, if you want to work for Giveth, definitely check out the hiring page on our recruitee. And if there's nothing specifically to shill, Heather, then I'll just throw it over to Mitch for the DAO working group.
Thanks, Griff.
Yeah, DAO working group. As he mentioned, we have our weekly syncs on Mondays. And let's give some quick updates here. So we got a whole schwack of different things we use to make decisions and flex our horizontal governance. We've got an Aragon DAO, we've got gardens, we've got a bazillion Gnosis safes, token log, snapshot, you name it, we got it. Some notables, as Lauren mentioned, we're slowly working through the transactions to distribute rewards to farmers. And my biggest blocker is gas. I don't know what's going on in Ethereum, but gas is back with a vengeance. In the Energive, we've got a vote up to approve the General Magic Technical Services Partnership. That's set to pass in about a day. In the multi-sigs, nothing actively to sign except for claiming these sweet safe tokens from my airdrop in the donation.eth multi-sig. And as Lauren mentioned, there's a vote up. Is your give voting balance correct? And we're just double checking some things here. So if you want to participate and make sure that things are showing up right on your side, vote in this, and then we'll know that this thing's working correctly. So far looks pretty good, but that's up again for a couple more days. And I think that's it for the DAOs. We're having trouble with token log, as Lauren mentioned, so probably not very accurate to go through that this week. And I will pass it on to Griff to present the community spotlight.
Yeah, it's my pleasure to welcome a really cool project that's just got recently verified on Giveth, CryptoMurals. Is it Joanna? Are you representing CryptoMurals today? Do you want to give us an intro to the project and how you're saving street art for everyone forever?
Thank you, Griff. Yes, here, Joanna. I'm from Puerto Rico. I'm based in Paris. We've crossed paths around the Sustainable Blockchain Summit. Now, last time we went to DevCon Bogota, and yeah, it was a really cool experience for us. I think Nats is here. Nats is the founder
Yeah, I'm
of.
here. Hey.
Hello, Nats. Yes, so I recently
There.
joined the project. I wanted to present Nats. Nats is one of the founders of Ethereum Colombia and also Ethereum Eje Cafetero. It's a region where we have coffee, is the coffee region. And yeah, we've been working together for already 4 or 5 months. But CryptoMurals was born in ETH Global last year. And the version 1 was already running, but now we're trying to put the memory of the walls on the blockchain. Our idea is to promote street art as a public good. Since thanks to street art, we can restore public spaces, we can bring safe spaces in public spaces. So the idea is to promote not only local artists, but also to exchange between communities around the world in the Ethereum blockchain. So yeah, I'll let Nats present you what we're doing.
Yeah.
Mats, I don't think your shared screen is working though. Maybe try taking
Yeah,
it
I'm
down.
trying. I'm going to stop sharing. Maybe the person who was sharing before has to stop it, maybe, because my keynote doesn't want to. Yeah, I need permission, it says, but apparently it's working now. No, no, I need some permission. The connection is not the best. Okay. All right. So, well, anyways, thanks everyone for having us today here. I'm Nats. I'm the co-founder of CryptoMurals. As Joanna said, we aim to preserve the patrimony or the heritage of the
the best street art around the world. So we are a curated platform, and we are working with a lot of street artists around the world, mainly in Colombia. And we have already had this amazing street art hunt during DEF CON that some of you had experimented. We are very happy to have the support of the Doing Good team also to have the platform live. So we got this like MVP to see if the geolocation worked with the mural. So that was pretty fun. But our real mission is to have all the layers of the past murals that has been painted. So we started with this as an MVP, as I told you, and the Ethereum Colombia community support us also this time to paint, to have all the money to paint the walls, to pay the artists, really to do this as how do you say, as a supporter for all the ecosystem. So it was very nice to have this there. But we are in this moment like hiring developers actually, and that's why we present the project in the Giveth platform, and we are very happy with get like the verified option, because this is going to help us to definitely have a team finally, because really I have been working this like for years. And it's been very difficult. It's like very tough to have the team without a payment. So all this is like it's a headache sometimes. But yeah, I'm very happy. I will try again to share my screen, but I really want to show you, or I can share just the link to CryptoMurals.xyz, which is our MVP platform, like the website that we have. So in that way you can follow a little bit the history of CryptoMurals, because it started as an NFT marketplace actually. So it doesn't work like that. So we just keep iterating the project once and again. So this that you are going to see there in the website is the last version that we had. That we developed for the ETH Global Hackathon, which was in November. It was been 1 year now since we developed this, but I had passed for many like problems and like difficulties sometimes, like as usual when you are entrepreneurship and you see people that wants to take your project, or if someone wants the 60% of the project without knowing if this is going to work or not. So this take me to know Joanna, for example, and met her in DevConnect Connect in Amsterdam. And it was really amazing when I met her and see the connection that we get together. So here, I don't know if there is, wait, the chat here to just put you the link. But Joanna, maybe can you put it please on the chat, the CryptoMurals.xyz. Then we have right now 3 main artists, which is from Colombia, but also we are working with artists from Paris, based in Paris, based only also in Valencia. Big names are like Felipe Pantone and also Antonio Marest. They are like really amazing artists that has painted like 30-floor buildings and stuff like that. So we're looking for this kind of murals that are really like representing in the cities. And yeah, we are maybe the first ones to talk about heritage in the blockchain. So that's very, very nice to like the project is not only about a space, like public space, and renewing or preserving like security, promoting security in public space, while we regenerate, like activate public space through art or through skate parks or basketball yards, but also through this heritage component that we want to work and like bring it for as a public good for anyone in any part of the world. So yeah, next steps include also like to activate people as an active citizens. So when they have a wall or a wall without painting, they can propose in the CryptoMurals platform that they want one artist to come there, so they will be allowed to vote and do proposals in CryptoMurals, and also help us geolocate the murals. So it's going to be like a step by step, but the first step is going to be the layer. So I'm very happy. We are starting with the Giveth fundraising, Yeah, also we are in the CLR for the DEFCON. So yeah, it's going to be so excited this end of the year. Yeah, so if you have any questions, please tell us. Happy to answer.
I think there are also people that participated in our graffiti tour. This was for us an MVP, like a proof of concept that we can go outside the conferences, look around the cities, learn about the countries, about their cultures, and we can also have an impact around the conferences because what we're seeing is that we're going to different places, but we don't go outside and we don't see how to give impact. And our way to further the blockchain adoption is this because we're onboarding artists on these graffiti tours. We're also pushing adoption through the graffiti tours, but the idea is that everyone that is around the city can use this platform to discover the artists, but also to give back to the communities. So we're looking also for advisors on tokenomics. I know we have white hats here that have been doing a lot of work on tokenomics, and I really admire how Giveth community has been furthering the public goods around the blockchain. And I think that's what aligns us with the values. I think that this is we're grateful that we've been verified in Giveth because this gives us not only a visibility but also an opportunity to learn from you guys. And I know that there's a lot of people here, so we're open to questions, we're open to tips on how you see things evolve in this project because we've started with a small platform with the memory of walls, but this can evolve in something very decentralized. This can be a curation tool for different things. So yeah, we're open to any opinions that you have around the project. This is the moment.
Does I'm curious. You mentioned tokenomics. Are you guys thinking of launching a token on top of the NFTs? Is that like in the works, or what are you guys thinking about?
We've been thinking about governance around the platform because what we think is that there is a network effect that gives trust around artists, around people that go to the places and visit the places. These are like badges that people can unlock in each city. So at the end, we are having a community that is very aligned because they are willing to restore public spaces or because they love street art as a public good. So I think there is a lot of to do around this project, and we are just starting. So this is why we're thinking that maybe it's not about tokenomics in the sense of a financial asset, but tokenomics in the sense of how we can incentivize participation because there is also people willing to collect cities and unlock walls. So yeah, I think there is a game to do with this.
Yeah, it's more like a gamified thing. It's more like, as I told you, like an active citizenship. So once you unlock a wall, maybe you collect many walls, and after a while, you become a street art hunter. So there is the tokenomic side for us because as a public good, we can't have a token. On top of that, I already tried that. We already tried it last year, and it was a disaster. It was a disaster already. So we just keep evolving, and we keep like thinking, what is the best way? I was thinking, I was talking in DEFCON with Angela from Token Engineering Academy, and we talked about this active citizenship way to gamify how people appropriate public space. So, for example, they can propose, hey, I have this skate park near my home and it's like getting a disaster. How we can maybe vote for the getting painted or activated, or so like people became really like active in their communities. So that's the kind of tokenomics that we are thinking around. It's not in the economical way. I don't know how to call it actually. Already,
Hey,
yeah.
hello.
But that,
Sorry to interrupt you, Nat. Thank you so much for being here. It was great, the tour that we had at DevCon. It was kind of like a Giveth CryptoMurals private tour, because like a lot of the Giveth team was there, and we were able to win some swag. So my question is, how can we collaborate with CryptoMurals? Maybe we're not artists, and maybe we're not really like into graffiti, or we don't know a lot about it. So like, how can we collaborate, support? How can we get involved with CryptoMurals?
I think for me is to
well,
bring in,
we already have something. Go
yeah,
ahead.
not only bring in artists, but also giving value and I don't know, look for different things around your city. If you see that there are communities that need more street art and that can promote safe spaces, you can also look for safe spaces, places that need distressed communities that needs. Um, Another dynamics, like to change the dynamics of the city, and we can work around that. Also, we are looking for developers to develop our project, our platform. So yeah, I think those are the main goals for us right now, not only furthering the participation of the citizens, but also to have a platform and infrastructure for people to come and propose their projects. That's
Yeah, actually, during the DIP, when we proposed the street art hunt for DevCon, it was a guy from Philadelphia, from the city of Philadelphia in the United States, who asked us, like, hey, Philadelphia is a capital of graffiti. We are been doing murals since like 30 years ago, and we would love to do the archiving process with you. So we also have this kind of interest to like governors or local like everyone who is working with murals around the world, like street art festivals, we are in contact right now, creative districts, as we are in contact in Medellin and in Bogota, and we are working on that like in many cities. So yeah, if you are just someone who wants to support us, just donating is going to be amazing for us, like to help us spreading the message. And if you are someone who can help us communicate, that will be also really helpful. Like really just send us a message through cryptomurals@gmail.com and we will be in contact with you. And also there is this another side, which is like the social impact. Like if you are a community who wants to have a mural, you can also send us a message and we can put in contact with the artist and see how we can make it. So yeah, it's like we are open right now. We are just keep evolving. We keep experimenting. We are just in the beginning of this amazing revolution. So we are so happy to help and just see possibilities. Like I'm right now in the middle of the forest, but sometimes I really like urban feelings and urban space, and I would love to have a city where I can just walk, like be happy and play everywhere. And that I believe that public space is really the most equality space where everyone should feel like comfortable and securities. And I believe art and all the activities that we can promote, it will help to feel like that. So yeah, just street is the home. So let's make it fun.
Yay, thank you.
And thanks for the invitation. I'm so happy.
Well, Thank you so much for coming and presenting your project. It's super cool, and I know we're already pretty well connected, but it's even better to get everybody in the Giveth community interested and aware of this awesome project. So I feel like we can probably just end early. We give everyone their time back, 10 minutes back. And of course, remember cryptomurals.xyz. If you want to get more involved, cryptomurals@gmail.com. You send them an email. They also have an amazing Giveth project that you can donate and get give backs. So don't be shy. Support CryptoMurals and get involved. Thank you all so much for thank you CryptoMurals for coming, and thank you all for enjoying the 137th community call. I'll see you at 138.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank
And
you.